Hey Tony, it's Friday. It's roughly 8:15 right now. It's been a long day and it's going to be a long weekend. I have a lot going on this weekend, which will probably fill up a video on its own on next Friday. Because what I want to talk about this week, well, first I guess to answer your question is, I guess a cool way to get different classes in on your world is to kind of set it so there's a reason why they're here. Like, if you want a swashbuckler, then there could be pirates. If you want to have a magic user, then make magic either something everybody has or nobody has. It makes it interesting. But so what I'm going to talk about this week, Tony, is roots. So what I mean by roots is, you know the phrase, you spread your roots? And that means like you go into your community, you meet up with people, and you network and do everything like that to make your ability to do things easier. The old phrase, it's not what you know, it's who you know, is really important. Because you can know everything in the world, but if you've never worked with anybody, you will have a hard time getting a job. Because references are huge. And one thing I've noticed, especially this past year, because when it hits May, it means I would have worked community legal aid for a full year. And this is every single Thursday I'm in court. And that's cool, because it's what I want to be. I want to be a lawyer. So it's kind of important to get your roots spread out and to meet people who can help you out. Well, I really noticed this yesterday. So it's been a week of a bunch of great compliments. When I was in court last Friday, one of the clerks told me that I'm a fixture around the court. If I'm not in the court, then she knows that it's weird. It's because I'm there all the time. And that's good because she's a pretty important person in the court system. So the fact that she really likes having me there is huge. I went and grabbed lunch with one of my friends yesterday. Now, although I didn't really sit with him, I was talking to a couple other attorneys who also know me and have worked with me many times. And then today, I met up with a couple other attorneys who, again, knew me, started calling me by my name. Somebody I've only worked with once knew me by name and knew me by reputation, which is great. And it's kind of cool to spread my roots like this. Now, I've only been in Springfield for a couple of years. And the fact that I've made so many connections through really just this 1 year in court is great. Like, when I started working in a legal office last year around November of 2016. Actually, I think it was November of 2016. And I started to connect with some attorneys via that. I didn't really talk to too many people because my supervising attorney kept me, back in a room doing nothing but his work, which was fine. I mean, that was my job, but I didn't really get to network like I have now. But then just starting in May, when I started working with legal aid, I've networked with so many attorneys that many of them know me by name or know me by reputation, even if I've never directly worked with them. And so far, everyone who I've worked with likes me, so that's an important thing. Especially, I'm considering on making my own firm. I'm planning on going off on my own if I don't get a job with legal aid. So that's kind of a cool thing and a thought, is that I'm starting to get to know people, and people are starting to get to know me, and they're going to refer me cases. They've already told me they will, which is awesome. And then even further, today was great in the office because I was talking to one of the attorneys there, and she was basically just like, "Oh, because I'm about to have a really rough weekend." I was telling her how I have so much stuff going on. I was like, I'm just looking forward to just graduating and hopefully getting a job here. And she said, "Yeah, I really hope you get a job here. Like, you're here all the time already. You might as well be. It's like you work here already. It's like I'm part of the office." And that might have been really small. That meant a lot because this is somebody who I don't work with directly. She does family law and I do housing. So I've never once interacted with her in a professional sense within a case. But the fact that she really likes having me around and really thinks she really wants me to stay around is great. So just things like that. So like spreading your roots is probably the most important thing you can do to get a career. And that's kind of cool. I know this video was kind of all about me and all about spreading roots, but it's something that I really noticed this week overall. And that is just connecting with people and networking and doing what you can to meet with people is great. And it's something you have to do in order to succeed in any professional setting. So Tony, my question for you, I guess, is to kind of go with the theme of this video. What routes have you spread within the Kent, Stowe, Ravenna area? 'Cause I know you've been around there for a while, and you've worked with a lot of people, like you worked with the dog catchers and things like that. So what routes have you spread, Tony? I'll see you on Tuesday. Later, bro.